Conan Exiles is a survival game based in the land of Conan the Barbarian, in which you craft items, build bases, and fight horrendous creatures to get to some point that isn't entirely obvious once you start the game. Here's clips from the first hour of me playing. Now that evidence of how awful I am at video games is over, let's start off with the basics. When you're first dropped into Conan Exiles after making your character and watching a piss poor and slightly complicated to understand cutscene featuring the complete and total bass that the name of the game is derived from, you walk around trying to figure out how in the fuck you play this game while also fearing for your life because you're about as vulnerable as an autistic child walking in a dark alley in the city of fucking Brooklyn. Once you run into a giant Satan bat feasting on some poor, possibly Down syndrome soul, you then find a leather journal that tells you a stupid tale of how this fucking dead idiot got here and what things to gather to make weapons and scary hot fire sticks. I'm so glad this helpful piece of cow stomach was put here, because now I know why I stumbled upon a fucking Noivern eating this man's ass like his shit tasted of fucking unicorn farts. Once that abortion of an introduction is over, you go pick up branches and rocks to make your necessary tools. However, it's not yet apparent to how you make clothes until finally you try to pick up a rock next to a bush and pick some sodding plant fibers from it. Thanks for the lack of any form of tutorial, Funcom, you big lovable pieces of lemming excrement. Now it'd be useful to you to remember that I'm comparing this game to Ark Survival Evolved, considering the fact that they are very similar in gameplay mechanics. But then again, isn't that how most survival games work nowadays? You know, being entirely too similar to each other and only changing the stories or environments to not seem like a total work of plagiarism? Look, I'm not saying that was a bad idea to make the gameplay similar to Ark, because my multiple hours of playing Ark has proven to me that it actually fucking works, and I'm pretty sure that thousands of other people agree with me. But when you can essentially enslave people in a seemingly too similar way to how you tame creatures in Ark, it starts to look like all of the developers besides the ours decided to play Ark in their free time. On to the graphics and character design. This game, in my personal opinion, looks absolutely gorgeous. The textures of the environment really immerse me into how beautiful the land of Conan is. Admittedly, in comparison to games like Battlefield 1, the graphics looks like an aborted fetus was burned in a dumpster fire. But it's an open world game, and if you tried to make an open world game that looks like a live action movie all the time, then only the people running fucking computers with i9-7980XEs and NVIDIA Titan Bowls would be able to play it. Also, touche Funcom, you've basically ensured that the people running AMD graphics cards will run this game slightly worse than the people who are using NVIDIA graphics cards of the same price points, you goddamn sellouts. I really need to stop with the rants, but there's just so much stuff about this game that makes me so salty. The character design is exceedingly average, and I'm pretty sure 2 indie devs with 3 months of experience and only half the passion could possibly add more options for customizing your characters. However, I am glad that they decided to add the ability to adjust breast size. I mean, seriously, what an amazing way to let both men and women alike pick their poison between justice, plot, and somewhere in the middle. It also gives me more to jack off to, because I'm a lonely fish who lives with his parents, has a micro penis, and hasn't had sex in a year. Someone, please, touch my pee-pee wiener rod. The design of monsters, besides maybe the fucking alligators and some animals I have yet to meet, is very unique. They all seem to have their own thing going, especially this ugly fucking bastard. Yeesh, how many times was this guy beat with the goddamn ugly stick? All in all, I can say that the graphics and character design range in a scale from good to God's glorious asshole. I'm going to be comparing this game to Ark once again in this section. Server stability is a key part in massive multiplayer survival games. They have strong enemies or PvP mechanics. All I can say about the stability of the server since the game has been fully released is that it's fucking amazing. I have yet to encounter stutters in official servers that were caused by poor stability, and that tells me that developers are really keen on ensuring that their audience is pleased with all the official servers and will come back. That is how much better Funcom is compared to the developers of Ark. Even in official Ark servers with low ping, I encountered too many stutters, and those stutters actually cost me hours worth of crafting and grinding. And before any of you console peasants tell me that it's because I didn't spend $5,000 on a decent gaming PC, I want you to know that my PC on a single player world runs the game on at ultra settings, and even in the dense forest I still hit 60 FPS or above, despite it only costing about $800. So go back into your salt-filled holes, you imbeciles, before I come to your house and fuck you like the whiny autistic bitches you are. Fucking mongoloids. In the end, I can definitely suggest this game to people who want to have a fun fantasy survival game. Or if you're a white plantation owner in the South and you just like enslaving the non-whites. My hands really hurt after typing this script. How do people do this several times a week? I have newfound respect for those people, except for people at Polygon. They can go suck a fat fucking dick. Ugh. Now that horse shit is over, I'd just like to ask how you guys felt about a video like this. I really enjoyed examining this game and would like to start doing this more often. So, was it good? Or do you want me to go back into my barrel and paint the walls using a shotgun in my frontal lobe? Please leave me your feedback in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys again at the bottom of the barrel. Oh, and before I go, feel free to donate to my Patreon. The link is in the description. I know my channel is too small to warrant having a Patreon, but buying even half-decent games can be really expensive, and my income is not good enough to buy certain games when they come out. So if you wish to help the channel, please be sure to donate. And if you can't, then share my videos amongst your friends and family. That will help me enough.